Hello and welcome back to my channel. So for July, Be Happy Stationery in junction with Lindsey at the Vintage Button actually making Junk Journal July UK. So it's the UK edition. It's not that it's just for the UK people, it's just the UK edition because there's a few of those going on YouTube and the crafting community, so they decided to make it the UK edition, and I'm going to make a weekly video for that. I don't think that I can with the prompts, finding that just making one video for one prompt is a little too much. So these are the prompts, and this list along with this prompt planning page where you have which prompt you took, what is the immediate reaction you add to that prompt, the ideas and association it brought to you, the brainstorm space, that everything that happened in your mind when you saw the prompt, the creative direction, the material to try, the notes and reflections. So you can get this on the coffee page of Sandra from Be Happy Stationery. There's also inspiration, and also you have 3 pages like this of fussy cutting like this for the prompts. So here it says, welcome to Junk Journal July 2026. This month is all about self-care and creativity. Now, if you know Lindsey, you know that she does meditation while crafting, and it's really good. So she has a great voice for that. Slowing down, reconnecting with your imagination, and making art that feels good for the soul. Every prompt in this guide is an invitation to pause, play, and explore. There's no pressure for perfection here, just joy in the process. So she says here, when you sit down with a prompt, start by thinking about the world itself. So whatever these prompts bring to you, think about that. Don't think just about the crafty part of the prompt. Think about what it means for you, for your immediate situation. Maybe it will be a prompt that will make you write something about something, so it could be that. What's your first reaction? What memories, textures, or color come to mind? Use the planning page to jot down ideas, doodles, or materials you'd like to try. Let your imagination wander. There's no right or wrong way to interpret a prompt. We've kept our design team small this year, contributing together to one shared playlist alongside the open playlist that anyone can add to. It's a space for shared inspiration and community. So there's a playlist for the design team, which I'm part of, but there's also a playlist for anybody that is using these prompts and wants to share it in the community. So you will you just need to apparently download it to that playlist. And I know that Lindsey have videos about that. So throughout the challenge, I'll be creating videos on my YouTube channel. So this is Lindsey, offering guided meditation for moments of peace and rest. Would love to see what you create. Share your work on YouTube through your own channels or Instagram using the hashtag Junk Journal July UK, and the UK is in capital. So let's fill our feed with your texture and creature. Every page tells a story, and we can't wait to see yours. Remember, you don't need fancy supplies to make beautiful art. Use what you have: scraps, packaging, old paper, and everyday treasures. If you'd like to add a few printables, we've included fussy cuts in this guide, which I told you about this. And Sandra from Be Happy Stationery has a wonderful collection of kits available for her coffee page. Now this is exactly what I'm going to be using, a mix of things. So I did write this down, but it's really for my entire process when it's going to come for the prompts, because I plan to use what I have, okay, and use what I've already printed. Now this is a Happy Stationery Halloween mini kit, so it has, I think, 8 or 10 page, no, nothing more. It has all of these little ephemera, and since it's the Halloween kit that was printed, then this is the one that I'm going to use, because one of the things that I'm doing right now, which is kind of nice considering that it's also part of the Junk Journal July UK prompt, I want to stay relaxed, okay? And for that, I'm going to need to be able to simply go with what I have. So there's too much stuff in my craft room, too much things that I use for one project but not any other. So right now I have 5 signatures of 2 page. Now this is one of the page of the Halloween kit, and this is one of the page of the collage napkins that I made with paint stamped on it with another piece of paper. So you put the paint on the paper and you put it on this napkin thing, and it does this kind of random pattern, which I like. And all of them are like this. So this one has probably the paper on which I made the paint, Amazon packaging, and a page that I found in my stuff and that I'm tired of putting back somewhere else and thinking, well, I'm going to use this for something else. No, it's going there right now. It got split in 2, and this is the other part. So this is another page of the kit, and this is another page of my napkin collage, the rest of the page, and this is the last page. I think there's only 3 full page like this, so I did print 2 to a page, and therefore it's this size, which I really like. This size, honestly, I like the way, you know, I really like how it feels in my hands. So I'm gonna put this back in. I've also decided to use this stencil to cover the white. So according to the print that I'm gonna make, it's going to be like this. Now when you have something like this, it's always better to use a brush like that. It does feel better. So for my day 1 relaxed, which I don't sound very relaxed, I'm pretty sure. It's okay. I decided to use, first of all, the decision to use what I have and not a kit in particular. So that really took out a lot of stress. And when you start doing prompts, you always, well, not you maybe, but I always feel like, what on earth am I gonna do with that prompt? And that's exactly what everything I read to you felt like I won't have to do. So I won't have to wonder what I'm going to do with that prompt, because I don't have to make it beautiful. I don't have to make it a certain thing that matches something else. All I have to do is to go with how I feel about that prompt. So relaxed. I'm going to start with gluing this. This is day 1, and it's relaxed with the flowery. And I also have this. So this is a card page maybe, and I'm going to make it into a small pocket, because starting somewhere is the important thing sometimes. If you can start, then you can continue. If it makes any sense. So I don't know if I'm going to make let's say one prompt a page, but I think this one will be going like this. So my page 2 will be this one, and it's handwriting and favorite pen. So I'm going to glue this. I'm going to put it down here. So another thing is that I like to go like this. So one up, one down, and everything will follow after that. And for handwriting favorite pen, I want to use the paper that I've made myself last year, and I'll glue this piece down. Okay. And my favorite pen, believe it or not, it's a Dollar Tree pen. So it's from the Studio trademark. It's a 0.5 millimeters. And so it always flows perfectly. It has a true, should have left this the glue dry, but it has a true black color. It really looks perfect, like just enough width, it's perfect. It's really, you know, pen. It's my perfect pen. So this is handwriting favorite pen, and my handwriting always change when depending on if I put my paper on this side, or if I put my paper on this side, and if I'm going how you call this, when you write in one motion, or when you write separate letters, you know. Some things are really messing with me, but anyway. So as far as this, I'm happy. So I'm going to go with print here. So there's a few print. I usually don't know what to do with print. Print is, you know, to me it means that it's a printing kit. It could be a printing book. It could mean printing letters. So here I have letters that are kind of printed here. You need to keep this like this. And I also have a printing, sorry about my arm, if you see it. No, you don't. Okay. And I have these things, which again I'm going to use my little piece of paper here. Just on the edge I will put the glue. And So I rarely use stamps. Maybe not that one. Which one could I use? This is the distressed ink, but it's permanent, so it might do better. Let's go with this one. Yes. So I have R. Where is the R? Now, a few things of the why I don't use these stamps a lot. It's because I find it kind of tedious if you have to write something many times. It's, you know, annoying, I suppose. I'm kind of, well, a fast crafter, I guess. So when things like that, although I love how it shows, I feel like it's slowing me down, and that's why I usually don't do this. But it's fun that, you know, when you do it, it comes out like this, and it looks amazing. So I'm gonna put a few things down here. Okay, so my next page would be here, which is I believe tea stain. Okay, so I'm going to make a double page here. Tea stain, and it will be found scrapped here. No, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, one scrap would come here. Well, I just feel that I don't have enough space, but I do. So the tea stain can be well, it's tea stain, right? So you need to have this empty. So this is a solution of tea. So tea stain. And so tea is very light. And I keep mine in bottles like this with a bit of alcohol. So it doesn't need to be 90% alcohol. It just needs to be because 90% alcohol will evaporate too fast. This is what I meant. Now I have this and this one. Now I would have a lot more of papers, of paint stain, but there you go. And I'm going to use, do I have one? Okay, I'm gonna use this. So I'm just using a roll of washi tape to make like it would be, you know, a coffee mug that you press on it. My coffee mug is downstairs, so I'm not going to go downstairs to get it. Now you could use many you could use a real, you know, saucer with the tea in it, but that's what I have in my print room. I don't use a real tea. So now found scrapped, that much I have. Okay, so found scrapped. As far as found scrapped, I have all of these things which I have no idea where they come, but they are there. I also have this here, which I used from an old calendar. So I took out the pages and that's what I got. So found scrapped. Scrapped, what do I have? I have these things. Oh, there you go. Want this, these two. Little bits of things here. These. They're like washi tape, but I already have one that I like. So something that was on my desk and a few pieces will go away. So might as well use this. I do like to distress this little light bowl, I suppose, like this. It's a lot less pristine this way. This is what it does. If you press it on your pad, your ink pad, I'm gonna go like this. This. Where's the little one? That's the one I want. As if I want to glue this all like this. There you go. Won't need of these two. Now I have quiet space, an old envelope. So I'm gonna give quiet space behind an old envelope here because I know that I have an envelope here. And this closes like this. Okay, so I have my envelope and I will use this again. It doesn't have to be perfect. It only needs to fill some of the space. Now I don't mind using these now, and so an extension of the craft of the scrap that I found. I'm going to put this one here as a kind of an envelope. Not an envelope, a tuck spot like this. Okay. Old envelope, it could be anything else. It could be just an envelope from a book. Where is my book? There it is. Okay, so you could also make this kind of envelope. And it goes like this. And then this part folds again. It's a bit fiddly, but it goes inside here too. So while this is drying, this can be added to the page also. So this is how they used to make the envelopes. They would write in the paper and they would close it that way, so they would actually make an envelope out of their papers. Such was the way, since paper was difficult to come by. And here I have quiet space. Is it on the right side of things? I think so. Yes, it is. It's a bit late to do that, but quiet space. And quiet space is this design. Yes, I'm a bit lazy here, but here's the thing. The prompt tells me quiet space, and I can't add anything on this since it's already very well designed, and therefore I don't need to add anything. So relaxed, and writing in favorite pen, print, tea stain, found scrapped, and old envelopes. No. Probably will need to put in a trombone in that, paper clipped, and my quiet space. So these are my 7 first prompt for the Junk Journal July UK 2026. And I'm happy that it is a stress-free prompt setting, because with everything that's happening in July, for me, it's mostly in my craft room where I'm reorganizing things, finding things, and deciding that enough is enough. I am using what I have for real this time, and I make it work with whatever I find. So that's my goal for the rest of the year. until I can make my craft room a nice place to work again, because I won't have this overwhelming too much stuff in it. So thank you. Hope you follow the links in the description box below, so you will be able to participate in this stress-free junk journal July prompt list. You can have this 5-page little PDF on Sandra's coffee shop. The link will be in the description box, and I can't wait to see you for the next week's video. So thank you and bye.
In a world where dreams collide, I found a place where I